Welcome to the Work Hard, Play Hard, and Give Back, a real estate podcast. I'm Mike Litzner. I'm here at Franklin Square, the studio at American Homes. In today's episode, we have Rich and Taleen Krug as part of the, do I got this right, RTK Realty Team Group. So welcome, guys. Glad to have you on the show.
Welcome, Mikey. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for having us. We're excited to be here.
Great. So for our audience who maybe doesn't know that much about the two of you and your team, so Rich and Taleen run the top team in the East Meadow office of Coldwell Banker American Homes and are very, very strong professionals. So I think they have a lot of industry insights to offer our audience today. So we're going to dig into that real deeply. Before I do, I just want to give them a little bit background just to speak to the credibility. So becoming a top agent / team, a lot of people throw that around, but to their credit, Rich and Taleen have a host of achievements, which include the President's Elite Award this past year at Coldwell Banker, which is one of the highest awards for production that is out there. Taleen's won the New York State Woman of Distinction Award. Richie's won the Top 40 Under 40 for a Long Island Real Producers Award. Both of you have been honored by LIBOR as the top 20 under 20, which is also impressive. Richie's been the past president of the East Meadow Chamber of Commerce. Taleen's currently the treasurer of the East Meadow Chamber of Commerce. And yes, I'm getting tired of this. And there's more. Wait, there's more. So Richie's the incoming president of the YPN chapter of LIBOR, which is the Young Professionals Network. That's a great group of people, too. I'm really looking forward to seeing what you guys do this year coming up. Both of them have been acknowledged as winning the New York State Empire Award and the Town of Hempstead Make a Difference Award. So I'm exhausted just going through the awards. How do you find the time to commit to community and balance that against running one of the top teams in real estate, which, by the way, is a full-time job? It's not an easy job, but you guys seem to make it look easy. So who wants to run with that question?
I will start, and then you could certainly take over. But effective time management is definitely key.
Yeah.
One of the things that I was always told when I first started in the industry is, Rich, you just need to concentrate on doing the right thing by people, and good things will just happen.
Yeah.
So as much as real estate is always a focus for us, doing good and giving back in the community, which we will get to in a little while, is very important to us.
Yeah, absolutely, and it shows. So any good tidbits you want to share with our audience? We have a lot of realtors that follow this podcast. Want to share, what's one of your better time management tricks or tips that you want to share? How about you, Taleen?
Even though we run a team, right, and we're full-time real estate agents, we also have kids who are who have us extremely busy as well. But like Rich said, the time management aspect for us is one of the most important things to stay on track and be successful. Yeah. We live by our calendars. Yeah. We have a shared calendar.
If it's not in the calendar, then it doesn't exist.
Exactly.
I hear you on that one.
We make sure that we stick by that calendar, and like he said, if it's not in the calendar, it doesn't exist. Yeah. That to us is Bible, right?
Right. That takes discipline, by the way.
It does.
I swear by the calendar too, but I see agents sometimes struggling, and I'm like, all right, where's your calendar? Why aren't you using it? It's part of our JET platform.
Correct.
It's insane not to use it, but I'm glad to see you getting value out of that.
Yeah,
and it's really getting to the point where Taleen will ask me, well, when did you put that in the calendar? and I'm like, well, I did a week ago. She's like, well, I didn't see it until just now.
Yes, and we even put like client follow-up in the calendar. Yeah. We put, every single appointment.
You put the kid stuff on there too? If it involves you, right?
Yes,
and Mikey, it's all color-coded.
Yeah.
So green is Christian, red is Mackenzie. Aqua is everything that has work-related.
Yeah.
And it all syncs with our CRM, and we just manage it that way.
Yeah, smart. That's great. So I want to get into a little bit because you guys are running a team, and there's always this discussion in the industry about the difference between being an individual producing agent and running a team. So I want to start with Richie because Richie, you come from a bloodline of real estate brokerage in the family with the foundation built over decades. How does that legacy influence how you lead and structure the RTK Realty Group team?
Yeah, growing up, this was always dinner time conversation.
Yeah.
Where we sat around the table and everybody, mom and dad would talk about it. And as kids, we would Can we talk about something else?
And the answer was no.
Right, and now we find ourselves talking about it at dinner, and the kids want to talk about something else. So my how it goes full circle.
Am I supposed to be starting to recruit Christian right now?
Yes.
Right now?
Yes.
What is he, 10?
Yes.
Christian is 10, and a lot of times he's an expert negotiator around the house. And I need to remind myself sometimes that this isn't a negotiation. I'm dad, and you're the kid, and you need to do exactly what it is that we're telling you to do.
8 more years, and he's ready to go.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Yeah.
What other tidbits and stuff could you growing from that experience that helped give you the guidance, to run your own team?
When I first started, I got my license in 2011.
Okay.
I really started to take real estate a bit more seriously in 2015.
Okay.
But having that experience and that backing, especially when I first started out, was crucial to my success early on in the industry.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for my parents telling me, Rich, watch out for this. When somebody says this, you should respond this way. It led me down a path to succeed quicker.
Yeah.
So the tidbits that I would tell people that are first starting out in this industry is become a sponge. And learn from as many seasoned agents as you possibly can. To this day, I'm still taking partnerships and learning from others within our company. I will call and speak to many other agents just to find out what their take and their perspective is on it. Even though we do a significant amount of volume, but we also lean on the other agents within our company, and even more importantly, the upper management in the company. Having a fantastic relationship with your manager will help lead to success quicker.
Yeah. Well, you also have Sheila Olson, right? So,
yes.
Come on, you got to give a shout out for Sheila. She's amazing.
Absolutely.
Sheila is, and I always joke around with her. I said, Sheila, you are the best office manager in East Meadow.
She is, though.
Yeah, she's great.
Well, there's a reason why she's Tom and mine's longest standing employee.
There you go.
She's a staple of the American Homes family.
Yes.
A foundational piece.
Yes, she is. I just want to touch on a few points that he mentioned.
Yeah.
So when I first started real estate,
what year did you get in?
So 2017, I went to FIT. I graduated from there, and I was in a completely different industry for 10 years. Started having our kids. He started getting very busy. He was going for his broker's exam for almost a year. It was at that point where it was about to expire. He didn't finish it, and he was getting busy and said, I could really use help. And I said, all right, how about this? You finish your broker's exam. I will go get my real estate license. He finished that exam.
Negotiations.
He finished that
Yeah.
in a week. And I looked at him and he's like, well, you said you would get your license. So I did. I did mine in 2 months. It was still when they had the standing locations where you had to go in and take the classes.
Yes.
It wasn't online yet. So I did that. And we jumped in 2 feet and started running with marketing and building our sphere and clientele. And it was honestly one of the best decisions I've ever made. I know people always say, oh, I did it for flexibility. Well, you don't really have that, but that's okay.
It's an illusion.
It's an illusion, but you know what? Here's how I look at it. I get to drop my kids off and pick my kids up from school every day.
Yes.
Whether I, go back to the office and go to appointments till, 8 p.m., that's okay. At least I get to do those 2 things, and I'm happy for that, you know? When he first started, I remember for the first year, I don't think I spoke to a client, spoke to an agent, or anybody. I just listened. I listened to his conversations. I asked him to put things on speakerphone. I wanted to understand how to talk to clients and agents.
Communication.
Absolutely.
Effectively communicate.
Yes.
Just not having an idea. Sometimes it bounces
Correct.
around in your head and you say, okay, how do I articulate this to a consumer in a way that they understand?
Yes, because everybody's different too.
Yes.
So it's the way that you say it to certain people, how they interpret it are 2 different things. So I just listened to him,
great idea.
And that goes back to the team piece, right? If you're a new agent in this industry, how are you learning unless you're shadowing someone, like Rich said?
Right.
So joining a team that's well seasoned and well versed in many different facets of this industry is super important. And I urged all of our agents on the team. I said, just come to the office. You don't have to have anything in your pipeline yet. Just sit there, and I will put all of my calls on speakerphone. I'll let them know that I have you here, and just listen. Just listen to how everybody converses. Exactly. Yeah.
So that's a great takeaway. I often talk about like the training, and you hear so much in this industry, training,
Yeah.
and what is always missed is first of all, what type of training and what's the quality of it, right? So, but what's missed is it's not always the information, it's the application. What did you learn, and how am I going to apply this in business to get meaningful results,
right?
What have you. So I kind of see that as the dynamic that's going on and the team function.
Yes.
And I would implore anybody to listen to multiple agents, multiple people, and see how they do it. And you take a little bit of what Mikey does and mix it with a little bit of what Taleen does, and you come up with Richie and your own thing.
Right.
Because I think that's the best way to grow.
Yeah.
That's
Absolutely.
fantastic. So can you share with our audience, what is the vision for your team? What specific roles do you play to ensure a cohesive and highly effective unit?
There's a vision for the entire team. Then there's the vision for the growth of each individual agent. And then there's the vision for our growth.
Yeah.
So that's a lot to unpack in one question.
I know. That's a loaded question, right?
But I love the question. Yeah. So we'll start with the team itself.
Yeah.
The vision for the team is to create an environment where agents can learn and thrive.
Right.
Okay?
Good.
But at the same time, it was also important to us when we first started it that it's multifaceted, that it's not singular, something where it's just commission-based sales or purchases. We saw in 2019 with many of our clients a need, and the need was for property management.
Right.
We started a property management company at that time to fit that need, because we have our own properties as well. So we said, well, why not? And so now when we walk into a listing appointment, we have the ability to not only speak and articulate what it would be like for the sale or the purchase, but give them another option. Because as you know, I'm a big fan of options, and I just like to lay them out for everyone and then allow them to choose what's going to be best from there.
Great. Do you guys fight about the vision or the direction of the company?
We don't. We're actually very much on the same page with a lot of our business strategies and trajectories, which is awesome. It's not always easy to work with your spouse, but I think, I think we do it very well, I have to say.
I would wholeheartedly agree with you, and eventually we can get into where the little bickers do occur, because that's fun stuff.
Yeah.
How do you guys divide, task management for the team?
So Taleen, as she had mentioned previously, her background was in operations and logistics.
Okay.
Right. So I find myself doing a lot of the networking, a lot of the customer-facing aspect of it with business-to-business partners, as well as we both do the consumers together. But I try to bring in as much of the business as I possibly can. And then once it's there and it's in the net, operations and logistics superstar over here takes over. And I'm telling you right now, you could bring as much as you want into that net, but if the net isn't properly being held, we wouldn't have the volume that we do. So the credit certainly goes to you on that one.
No, I'm a processes and procedures type of gal. I think that is how you run a successful operation in whatever you do.
Yeah.
So we have a process for everything. Let's say a lead comes in, it goes into the system, and then there's a trickle-down effect. And if it's not being done that way, then it's not right.
Right.
And if you just train yourself to do it that way, everything will stay on track.
It really is a fundamental, though, because I'm shocked. We have obviously company-provided CRM for every agent as part of the value package in our Jet platform.
Which is very easy to use, by the way.
As it should be,
It's user-friendly.
Yeah. I'm shocked at how many times I see an agent who's struggling, and I'm talk to someone who's like, well, I never really started with a CRM. And I'm like, how do you run a sales organization with not using a CRM? I mean, you have to be in the right place at the right time. Unsuccessful agents look at agents that are successful, and they go, and I've heard this, by the way, oh, look at that. She's so lucky. She's always in the right place at the right time. And I always say, it's not luck, right? We have an opportunity to work with people on one of the most expensive items that they ever have to transact on. And it doesn't happen on a knee jerk. You don't wake up in the morning and say, hey, what do you think, honey? Let's sell the house today, right? It's an event, so it's being in the right place at the right time is important because it's a timing issue, but it's not an accident that you're in that place. Right. So having processes and procedures to me is that to me is a huge takeaway there.
But you know what, Mikey? The more and more I am exploring DeltaNet and the back end system.
Yeah.
Listen, I have a background in technology, as you know.
Yes.
I worked for Apple for 14 years.
Right.
And there are still some things that I struggle with. But if you ask your office manager, if I ask Sheila, she'll either have the answer or get me the answer. And it has made the processes much more seamless than previous. Right. So I would implore everybody to use the systems that we have in place.
Yeah. That's fantastic. I appreciate you sharing that. Obviously, you know how much work we put into putting our platform together. It's been 37 years in the works.
Yes.
You know, so to get there.
Yeah, but you know what, Mike? You don't do it and then stop and then it's just there.
Yes.
It's constantly evolving. So it doesn't matter if you log on Monday or Friday. Something might be different.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because if you get complacent, time will leave you at the curb.
Absolutely.
You know, so
100%.
we constantly have to be working on it to make sure our agents have the best available tools to be successful.
Yeah.
So it's great. So your team is a consistent high performer in the East Meadow and Long Island area. What is the non-negotiable lead generation and marketing strategy that you credit with fueling your team's growth?
I would have to say that it goes back to one of the original things that I had said to you. That you concentrate on doing the right thing by people and good things just happen.
Yeah.
So getting out there into the community and giving back and concentrating on building your name within the community, not only just as a real estate agent, you just build your name as you.
Right.
And then people will always ask, hey, Mike, nice to meet you. What do you do for a living?
Right.
That just happens.
It's an organic conversation.
Correct.
That always, and you don't know where you're going to be, and it just happens.
Yeah.
I mean, you're at the gym, you're talking with someone, and it's a natural progression of what do you do, and now you just created and opened up your sphere even further.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I want one non-negotiable, and you can tell me if you agree or you disagree. But I would say besides that would be digital and social media. That's absolutely a non-negotiable, and you do that very, very well.
So Taleen's the social media guru behind the scenes.
I am the behind the scenes social media guru. Yes.
All right.
But I'm good behind the scenes. That's just like he said. You know, the processes, procedures, and all of that marketing. It has to be done, and I implore any agent, no matter what age you are, because we just had an office meeting, and half of the agents are saying, "Oh, I'm too old to be doing that." No, you're not. You know, you have to do video, you have to make reels, you have to post on social media.
Yes.
That's the way you stay relevant.
Yeah. So how much social media is too much?
Oh, that's a good question. Probably not. Probably not. I mean,
we haven't figured that out.
We haven't figured that out. No, I mean you have to be consistent. I mean that's what's important. At least posting every day. But I guess everybody knows video is king right now, and you have to make videos and or reels.
Right.
Which is where it's moving to.
Yeah.
But your sphere,
Yeah.
they want to hear about you. Not just necessarily about real estate. So, I mean, we do try to concentrate on like a 70%, 60% us,
Right.
20 to 30% is work related, and then 10% is funny stuff.
Right.
And
personal.
Yeah.
People love that.
And people come up to us to talk to us about things that we have done and have posted on social media.
So a couple of years ago, 2 years ago maybe, I made him get in a suit and basically belly flop into a pool.
People still talk to me about
They
that.
still talk about that.
Yeah.
Everybody, anybody, and then I'll repost it and it will come back and I will get nonstop messages, text messages, DMs about him in the pool.
Yeah.
When are you doing it again?
Yeah. See? So I said, I have to get him back in that pool with his suit on.
She's waiting for the winter.
Yes. Yes. See, that's a good one. Yeah.
So I must have been bad this year.
So if I'm a new agent starting out, right, is there some advice you'd give them on how do I get started in social media as it relates to real estate sales?
Yeah.
What advice would you give a new agent?
Sure. I say at least post something once a day. And look, you could be walking in front of your own house and take a video of your house. Nobody knows it's your house. Right? But it's content. Just create content. Video a conversation with you on a phone. Make a funny TikTok. Make a funny reel. As long as you're posting once a day, I think that will just get you ahead of the curve, ahead of everybody else.
Right. When I first started out, and I had nothing to do, especially during the warm months, I created a flyer that said, someone in your neighborhood just listed their home. If you want to know the value of your house, contact.
Right.
Generic flyer.
Yes, it was just a generic flyer. And I had taken a course actually right here with Randy Sa.
Yeah.
And he had told me, and he had told the class that typically when one house shows up on a block, another one or two are going to pop up. And I said, if I have nothing to do, why don't I take these and go put them in the mailboxes? Now there was no do not call and do not knock at that time, so but I found some success in that because it actually worked. Another thing that was told to me during another one of the trainings that we did was that we replaced the word I with the word we, because you're part of a great organization that you could say, yes, we have listings there. Yes, we have a listing in Southampton. My business isn't in Southampton, but if I could say, yes, we do, instead of, oh, no, I've never sold in Southampton before.
And our marketing assets at Coldwell Banker are amazing. There's a post every day. So just if you're a new agent and you don't have anything to post, at least if you post a marketing asset that we provide, you have something.
You're now in business.
That's it.
Yeah, it's as simple as that.
Yeah.
How far away is too far away for the team to do business now? Because let me give you context.
Yeah.
25 years ago, East Meadow would be East Meadow, Levittown. You'd be within a couple of towns. But it seems like it's been regionalized more and more. I guess technology has made a huge impact on it. So how far away is too far away?
The rule of thumb when I first started was that if I cannot jump in the car and be there in an hour to service the property, then I probably shouldn't take the listing. I would probably keep that as a rule of thumb. But when you have a team that is broader and farther out, I will go as far as Brooklyn, Queens. I don't go into Manhattan. I don't think that the time value is there. I think it would be better off to refer the business out. I don't particularly like to go to the Bronx, but all the way from Montauk through Brooklyn, Queens.
All right. So if there's somebody out there that wants to do business with the RTK Realty team, if it's beyond that, if it's beyond where you feel comfortable, obviously you're comfortable using your referral network.
Oh, you have to.
Yeah.
I mean, and to your point, if it's not specifically me, I will go that distance. That's my proximity. But my business can span much farther than that. I mean, technically, I just closed one in North Carolina, but I did it through referral.
Referral network.
Correct. Yeah. We have a referral network with a fantastic head of the referral network.
Yes.
In Dana.
Yes.
So I would implore any agent to do that also. You're not just working, although your license is here in New York State, you have the ability to refer all over because we are associated with Coldwell Banker.
Yeah. You know what? Maybe this goes back to what you had said before with the we. Going from I to we could be we sell everywhere, but it also could be like an extension of your team. So you have, like you just said, I have Dana, who's the relocation coordinator for the entire company.
Yep.
And we have a network of resources in all 50 states. So is Dana part of your team? Yeah.
Dana, yes.
Yeah.
What up,
exactly.
Dana?
Yes, exactly. What about Sheila? Sheila's on your team?
Absolutely.
Sheila's part of the team?
Yeah. Our technology guy, Chris, if you need something, he's on our team. So
correct.
I think that's another aspect. I didn't even think about it. It's kind of hit my brain here. It was like, there is a really we and us culture over at American Homes.
That's right.
I'm pretty proud of it. I think it really is effective. So it's a great.
Everybody's looking out for each other.
Yes, it's definitely a big family, and you feel that being part of it.
Yes,
you do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What is the single most important technology your team uses to stay ahead? You're using AI?
I was gonna say, so chat GPT. I'm gonna get. So we were just in Vegas, right, together at the conference, and there were a lot of AI classes.
Yeah.
I took a bunch of them. Rich also took a bunch of them, and I was resistant for a while. I said, no, I could do that myself. I don't need the computer to tell me what to write and what to type.
Yeah.
I noticed the minute that I started using chat GPT, my content became elevated.
Yes.
I definitely did adjust, right? I put it in to the system. It spit out something. I did adjust to my own words just because maybe didn't understand the way I speak, but I definitely felt AI elevated a lot of our content.
Did it help your time management as well?
100%.
Yeah.
I wasn't sitting there thinking about what to write.
Right.
I put in my Cliff Notes, and then it spit out a beautifully formulated sentence or paragraph.
Yes.
And my time management, I was able to focus on other things, which, you know, I think I urge people, don't be resistant, move with the tide, and start learning these technologies to help you better your career and your goals.
Yes.
AI is absolutely a game changer, and it is something that is going to be here to stay.
Correct.
In our industry. How you choose to use it is going to be up to you.
Yeah.
But I would go back to even saying that it's another member of your team.
Right.
Right? So even if you're an individual agent, that's a team member. It is important that you're checking everything that is coming out and not just copying and pasting, because there are some nuances that you may need to change. But as far as time saver is concerned and effective time management, it can take your thoughts and write an email much faster than you could.
Yes.
And then you could proofread it and then put in the little pieces that you may need and move along. Now, as far as old school...
Before you jump, hold that thought.
Yes.
I want to make a little shameless plug here, because we believe in AI so much that as part of our Jet platform, we've now invested in the pro version of Gemini, which is the Google AI. My opinion right now is that to any agents that are out there, if you're going to use AI, don't use the free versions. Anything you say or put into that on the free version goes back to AI. Your personal information that you put in there is not yours. On the pro versions that are paid, the upgraded versions, it retains and communicates it remembers it for you, but it doesn't share it back. Right. So much so that the Gemini feature is now the pro version is now part of the Jet platform. So if you guys like the chat, I mean, you can pay for it and stuff, but if you're using a free one, switch over. Yeah. That's my advice on that one. So I just wanted to jump in
from Gemini and Chat GPT, they're really one and the same. It's just two different companies.
Correct.
They're both going to give you the same concept, and they're both going to do the same efficiencies work for you. It can do everything from your posts on social media. And the content, and building you a calendar for what you should post and when you should post, and giving you ideas for a podcast, right? Anything like that. So it can generate your marketing material. It's a fantastic resource to help with your time management. Yeah. From an old school perspective.
Yeah, let's go old school. Come on, let's go old school.
Face to face, business to business, I think is a lost art.
They'll belt buckle the belt buckle. Right.
Making connections with other business owners. Yes. And sharing referrals back and forth, I think, is something that doesn't happen as much.
Still a people business. I think too many agents get lost in the computer, right? And they forget about the face-to-face. Correct. Look them in the eyes, shake the hand, connection.
And real estate is having a personal connection for the most part.
Yeah.
That people want that. This is one of the biggest investments and or sales of their lives, right?
Yes.
And they want someone that they can connect with.
Yes.
Not just someone behind a keyboard.
Right. It's like that old saying that they say, right? That people don't care what you know until they know that you care.
Correct.
Right? Which is great. So I want to kind of pivot a little bit here. You guys gave our audience a lot of good tidbits about our industry and how to better navigate the landscape of being a realtor, you know, which, again, I think too many times on TV you see these agents who, they simplify and make it seem like it's an easy business, and I'm sure you'll attest to concept that is way harder than most people realize. So.
Hey, listen, we've watched the shows before, and
you laugh
it's
at them.
right. It's nice to watch, and yes, a lot of it is part of a real estate transaction, but there's a lot in between that nobody actually knows.
Yes, exactly. So I appreciate you guys' expertise in sharing, your path and your struggle through. But let's get a little more personal. So, obviously leading a successful group like RTK requires intense focus. But what is the Richie Krug Taleen recipe for truly disconnecting, and how do you protect that play hard time for yourself and the family?
Disconnecting is difficult, and I'm glad that you brought that up, because in our industry, for real estate professionals, it's when you have your phone with you all the time and somebody can call you at any moment, it becomes difficult. But one thing that we usually always do is make sure that there's something on the calendar within the next month or within the next quarter that we're really looking forward to. Whether it be last night, going to a Broadway show.
Nice. What'd you see?
Mamma Mia.
Mamma
Mia.
It was great.
First time you saw it?
It was. He's seen it, and I've seen it a long time ago. But it just came back, and it was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or a trip that you have planned. Just something on your calendar that you're looking forward to, that you're going to be doing, and that you can use as your time to disconnect.
Right. The other thing too, we have 2 kids. We don't use our cell phones during dinner.
Okay. I like that.
Yes, we put it to the side, and we probably have dinner together. 5 nights out of the week? Because that's something that is important to us to try to do. Obviously, we're running around, but we make time for it.
Yeah.
And he always asks the kids, what was something different that happened today at school?
What was something that happened today that doesn't normally happen every day at school?
Yeah.
Tell me something that you did that was nice for somebody else.
Yeah.
Okay.
And tell
I like
me,
that one.
And tell me something that somebody else did that was kind for you. And this way it gets them in the habit of looking out for and committing acts of kindness.
Right.
And it also kind of keeps us in the know of what's going on at school, because it's usually monotonous and the same thing, the same classes, and things that don't normally happen. I kind of want to know about it.
Right.
But it gives us the opportunity, when we're putting our phones down and disconnecting, even for that hour, to make sure that we're connecting as a family unit, and make sure that the kids know that we're here and we're present.
Yeah. I like the way you rephrase that, because I can't tell you how many times you got, it's like, yeah, how was school today? It was like,
good, fine.
Mm-hmm.
One word. And it's more guys than, boys than girls, I'm sure, because I don't have girls in the house.
Yes.
But so is your daughter a little bit more verbal?
Yes,
typically?
very much so. But still, how was school? Fine. What did you do? Nothing.
Yeah.
But when he says those, they look forward to that.
Yeah.
They look forward to us sitting down, no phones, and talking about our days.
Dad, aren't you going to ask the questions?
Yes, that's what they say. It's so cute.
You're a little slow on the up. Dad, you're a little slow on the uptake today. Come on. I got a story.
Right. They're waiting for it.
Do you allow your kids on social media?
No. They have like a kids messenger where we can see and approve who it is that they're talking to.
Good.
During the week, they don't. They're not allowed to be on any type of electronic device.
Yeah.
On the weekend, we will allow them to. But typically, it's a currency, right? And we trade it. So for every 30 minutes of 15 minutes of reading and 30 minutes of playtime outdoors, they can have 15 minutes of their iPad.
Okay.
So that gets them out of the house. They're shooting hoops in the front. They're playing baseball in the backyard, and it's just a way to make sure that our part for the younger generation, that they grow up and they know how to make eye contact. They know how to look somebody in the eyes and shake their hands before they're here. Hi, how are you, Mike?
Yeah. I'm a dog family, so we walk our dogs 3 times a day, because my wife's a little crazy that way. Even though we have a fenced-in yard, the dogs need to feel and experience the outside world, so we have to walk them. And I can't tell you how many people walk around the block where they're looking down at their phones while walking, and like you try to say hello and they don't even look up. It's like, I don't know if they got earbuds on and stuff, but it feels like the next generation is losing that people skill. So I love that you really brought a focus on it for your own children and stuff. So I think that's going to pay dividends for them long term. So
when they get their licenses.
Yes, exactly. They're definitely going to be prepared.
Yep.
Great lessons there. What is one non-business related aspect of working together that always brings a smile or a good laugh to your day?
Non-business.
Non-business related aspect.
So we're avid pickleball players.
Here we go.
So that is something that we do together.
Okay.
We can play together. So that's something else other people say. How do you play with your husband, or how do you play with your wife? We actually play very well together.
We know many couples that play pickleball, and they say, "Well, I would never." And when we do, I'll sometimes make a joke. Oh, well, we drove in separate cars today, so it's okay if we play together because I don't need to deal with it on the way home.
Yeah. So that's something that's non-work related that we very much enjoy. We basically play every day. And yeah, it's something that, and even our kids play.
Okay, good. Who's the more competitive one out of the two of you on the court?
I think we both are. And if I said me, she would say her, and then you'd start seeing us get competitive right here in the chairs.
Really?
So I think we both are.
Yeah.
Nice. We're equally as competitive, I think, in pickleball as we are in real estate, and that'll bring me to the thing that we were talking about before about how we kind of pick on each other sometimes.
Do tell.
Yes. Right. When it comes to dual agency with designated sales agents.
Yes.
When we're on opposite sides of a transaction.
That's
right. And I'm representing the seller.
Competitive sides come out.
Yes.
Correct. Yes. And you know who normally wins. But what I will
Taleen?
Yes. There you go.
And what I will tell you though is that there are times where she's representing the buyer, and I'm saying to myself in my head, I would never let a buyer's agent talk to me like that, ever. But somehow she gets away with it. So, yes, it gets to be competitive in that aspect, too, because we're both doing our absolute best to negotiate for our clients.
Absolutely.
But that's an interesting dynamic.
Yes.
Okay. Any cute or non-cute nicknames you or that you or go to names that you go to?
Oh, that's TT.
TT, yeah.
Yes.
What's TT?
That Taleen, just for Taleen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's just a nickname that was given to her by our nephew, and we've kind of adopted it.
I kind of saw the Taleen connection. I thought there was something else there. I was going for come on, tell me.
No, there's no
dirt.
He wants the tea.
The inquiring minds want to know.
Yes.
You actually touched on it. So outside of really, do you share passion or hobby? So is pickleball a hobby, or do you have any other hobbies that you like to share?
I do enjoy golfing from time to time. Sometimes I'm better off picking up the ball, as you know, and throwing it down the fairway. But I still enjoy being out there, and it's the good shots that keep you coming back. Yeah. I used to be, when I was younger, very big into collecting baseball cards.
Okay.
And now that Christian is of age, 10 years old, I find myself reassociating with that passion.
Yeah.
But it's not good because now I'm an adult and I have the financial means to really do it. So we're finding ourselves often buying not just packs but boxes of cards, which is another. But it's good because him and I get to connect on it, and we also use that as a reward system.
Yeah.
Right. We get a pack of cards out of the box. And
So Taleen, what about you? I'm sure you're not into the baseball card.
I'm not, no.
So do you share something, and maybe you share that with your daughter as well?
Yes. So we like to go get our nails and toes done. That's something that her and I always do.
Oh, Richie doesn't do that?
No, he doesn't.
No,
he doesn't.
No tootsies for me,
no pedicures for him. I'm an avid gym goer. I think that's very important for your mind and body, all of it.
Just check out Taleen's stories at 5:55 in the morning. Yeah. You'll see a picture of the gym floor and her feet.
But so that's the discipline, right? You get up, you go work out. I work out, and then I go play pickleball. Then I come home. The kids go to school. I go to the office, and it's the routine for me. I mean, that to me is super important, and that's how you keep the well-oiled machine operating.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So, all right. So you guys are long-standing East Meadow residents.
We are.
Yeah. So.
Born and raised.
Yeah.
Both of us.
Both. Yeah. Right.
We live there. We work there. We give back there.
Yes.
Yeah. You just opened the door now for giving back and stuff. So why don't we lean into that a little bit? Because as we opened the podcast, we talked a bit about your contribution. So you can see from the recognition awards you've received, you're very committed to community service. So. What does community service really mean for you?
Community service to me is going into something looking to give more than you take.
Yeah.
To give more to the person beside you, and then the planet. It's important that we think about not just the community that we're living in now and the island that we're living on now, but what that is going to be for the next generation. And the improvements that we start to make today, hopefully by the time they're adults, they're going to benefit from it.
Yeah. So running obviously a busy team, and it's realistic can be all encompassing, and then you have the children and what have you. So time is tight, So how do you choose on how to leverage your time and where it goes to with different community services?
Well,
good question.
Yes, and it's a great question. Yeah. But what I'm going to tell you is that we have instilled a spirit of community service within our children. So there is a lot of stuff that we do that is with them, whether it be Earth Day cleanups or any type of volunteering that we do for Kiwanis.
Yep.
We started to, when I first started with some of the local organizations, I thought about how I could inject more family atmosphere within the organizations, right? And we started the trunk or treat for the kids,
right?
Where we have with the East Meadow Chamber, right?
Correct, with the East Meadow Chamber of Commerce.
But our kids are at most of these functions. They want to be there. They want to help. They want to give back, and I love that. I mean, I think that's the problem with the phones and technology, that the kids don't want to go out and do because they want to be on their phones or playing video games. And I think it's important. Don't get me wrong. That's the way of the generations. I mean, that's gonna happen. But I also think that doing these community service, being involved in community service and these projects are going to really help drive the next generation, like Rich said.
I think it's never too early to get them involved.
Never.
I always loved the East Meadow Kiwanis, the food deliveries for the holidays and Thanksgiving.
Yep.
And I always made sure my kids came with me to deliver,
the baskets,
turkey, food baskets, for Thanksgiving, for the holidays.
Yeah, the food drive in front of the supermarket.
Yeah.
They love collecting it and organizing it, and
And quite honestly, Mike, I'm not sure that these are conversations that I would have ever had with them had it not have been for these local organizations.
Yeah.
So I mean, Christian at 5 or 6 years old, why are we going to Stop and Shop to collect food? We have food.
Right.
And all of a sudden that sparks a conversation about, well, kiddo, there are some people that are maybe not be as blessed as we are.
Right.
And it's important that we're giving back to them. So if it wasn't for a lot of the local organizations that we're a part of, I'm not sure that the conversations would have happened when they happened, or if they would have even happened.
Right.
So it's very important. It's very, very important.
Absolutely. I love that part of it. And I definitely feel like you're setting your kids up for success by including them. That it's important that they see need. Sometimes we over sanitize things for the kids, and it's like this thing with safe spaces.
Right.
Yeah, they need to be safe physically and emotionally, but at the same time, there's challenges in the world, and they shouldn't be, they shouldn't have a Pollyanna type outlook on things, and know that they can get involved and make a difference.
You know what? I hope we're doing it right, but guess what? This is the first time we're doing it, so.
Yes. Okay. Well, can you share a story about a time maybe when your team's involvement made a genuine impact that was more rewarding than any commission you ever had?
I would probably say the trunk or treat that I had alluded to a minute ago. Back during COVID, there was an order that we weren't allowed to go door to door trick or treating.
Right.
And everybody in the community was like, well, what do we do?
Yeah.
What do we do with our kids?
Right. I was getting text messages. Right. Are you guys going trick or treating this year? What are you going to do? Are you going to let them eat the candy? And that was really the driving factor. I said, you know what? How are we going to let all these kids in the community? If I'm getting these text messages, so is everyone else, right?
Right.
How are we going to allow these kids to go trick or treating safely, right? So we hooked up with the commissioner over at the ball fields in East Meadow, and he said, use the space, do what you need to do. And we had businesses come and donate candy and give out candy, and we sectioned it off. Everybody wore a mask. They were 6 feet apart. And the parents knew that the candy was safe from local business organizations.
Right.
They weren't going to, houses that they could potentially feel unsafe with. This year is the sixth year we're doing it, and it's still running strong.
Really?
We get like 3,000 people coming out to ball fields, and still have over 25 businesses donating candy for the community. It's really cool.
And this was something that we were just doing one time because
just for COVID.
For that year, they said you weren't allowed to go door to door trick or treating for fear of the spread of COVID.
And so
everybody took to it, and it's still having an impact.
I get phone calls even last week before we put any communication out. Hey, when is the trunk or treat going to be going on this year? So now people wait for it and look forward to it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's like now a community thing.
Absolutely, and everybody waits for it. There was another one which Rich had started, the Easter egg hunt. With the Chamber of Commerce as well. Similar concept, but with the Easter Bunny and all the officials come out, and it's a really nice day for the kids. Yeah. And that's what it's about, the next generation, the kids seeing that the chamber and or other local organizations are involved with kids and businesses and bringing everyone together. That's important.
That's great.
Yeah.
So I like how out of challenging times we create new solutions that turn out they don't just meet the needs of the community in the challenge. It survives the challenge and becomes the new norm. So that's wonderful. I like that a lot. So guys, at this time of the program, we actually get to one of my favorite parts.
It's time for the Drop the Mic question.
We did not share these questions with you because we want to get authentic answers and have a little bit of fun with you guys.
Mind you didn't share any of the questions.
No, that's true.
For those who were keeping score at home, we did not receive any of these questions prior to.
Right. So before we hit the drop the mic, I just want to remind our audience, if you like what we're doing here, we'd love to have you like, subscribe, and share our content for this podcast. So for the drop the mic question, you guys mentioned earlier that you're competitive. We're going to find out how competitive you are.
Let's do it.
All right. So, let's play Who's Best At. Out of the two of you, who's a better negotiator?
Me.
Negative. That would be me.
All right. Who's master of real estate gossip?
Me.
Oh, yeah. Tal's got the team. Okay. I stay out of that.
Not even close, huh?
Yeah, no.
All right. If you're late for an appointment, who's the better driver to get you there?
Don't even, you're going to try to say me?
Him.
Me. Yeah.
All right, who's more likely to answer a text message from a client at 11 p.m.?
Me.
Taleen.
Definitely
there we go.
me.
All right, who's better at choosing the perfect closing gift?
Taleen.
Me.
Yeah, not even close again.
No.
Yes.
Who's the one that's better at turning a 1-minute conversation into a 10-minute conversation?
Reg.
That is not true. That would be you. You're like, oh, why did you rush him off the phone? I'm like, I didn't rush him. I turned a 10-minute conversation into a 1-minute conversation.
Do we have a counterpoint on that argument?
Yeah, it's him.
Because she said so.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Who's the better chef in the kitchen at home?
Taleen.
Me.
Okay, not even close.
No.
All right, who's the one that is truly better at leaving work at work and turning the business brain off?
That would be me.
Him.
Okay. There we go. All right. It wasn't as contentious as I thought it could
No.
be, but that's all right. You guys said you were a good working team together, and I think you proved it for our audience. You passed the test.
Awesome.
So.
Sweet.
All right. So I wanted to thank you guys for sharing your real estate expertise and a little bit of your personal life with our audience here. We really appreciate you guys being here. You guys do a great job, and I know you have big things coming in the future. So we look forward to seeing where your career continues to build. So thank you for being here.
It is our absolute pleasure, and I'm looking forward to coming on again and providing more updates of what happened since the last time we were here.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you for having us.
Awesome.
High five.